And I'm going to share screen. All right. Welcome to our second live update on the progress of the Lifeboat Academy. Today is August 7th, and we have 4 things that we want to provide updates on. And just to get started, we usually start with a land acknowledgement, and I will acknowledge that we are all coming from, no, Jen, you're not coming from Wisanic territory. We are mostly coming from Wisanic territory, and we are all coming from Salish territory. And we start with the land acknowledgement because it is a reminder to us that the land was here before we were, and the land will continue to be here after we are gone. And everything that we are or consume or use or experience comes from the land. And in acknowledging that, we also acknowledge a debt of gratitude that we hold to all Indigenous people who have kept that knowledge alive for us to rediscover after our culture has drifted away from that time-honored way of being. And so we acknowledge both the land, our interconnection with it, our utter dependence on it. And in doing so, we also recognize our interdependence with each other and our utter dependence on each other, and our obligation of care to the land and to all our relations, and to doing whatever we can to make our relationships whole and healthy again. And so with that, I tip my hat in particular to the Wisanic, who are the caretakers of this particular land from time immemorial. And we will start with introductions then. So we'll go around the circle. As I see it, it is Roland, Ronnie, Jen, then me. So we each have a chance to introduce ourselves and answer the question, what aspect of the Lifeboat Academy are you most curious about? And so Roland, over to you.
Good morning on this August the 7th, and for everyone who has the day as a vacation day, I wish you a happy holiday. And I am most curious about, in terms of the Lifeboat Academy, that's a really tough question because I've been involved in it for so long. The Lifeboat Academy has grown up over several years into its current incarnation. And I think I am most curious about how it will continue to grow. So over to Ronnie.
There we go. Hi, I'm Ronnie, they, them pronouns. I am a farmer caretaker with the Lifeboat Academy and a burgeoning lifeboat mentor. I've been involved for just about a year, and I'm also very curious to see how the Lifeboat Academy continues to grow, both land-wise, people-wise, offerings-wise, in all of the ways. Over to Jen.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Regular on the land of Liko and Glimgrim peoples, and I am an intern and caretaker just about to start that at the end of this week at the Lifeboat Academy. And I am most curious about why it's so important to build these lifeboats now.
Fantastic.
Over to
And I'm Ben Cottle. I've been involved with, like with Roland, or as with Roland, I've been involved since the beginning. And yeah, I think I'm going to be a ditto. I'm really curious about, I guess I'll do a slight shift on not just how it grows, but the form that it will take, what it'll grow into. Because we're seeing interest from so many different people in places that and there's energy coming in now to, so I'm really curious to see how that shapes it, and what are we going to be surprised by. So that's what I'm curious about. So just to give some reference, the Lifeboat Academy aims to be a model of resilience and regeneration at the person, place, and community level. And when we're talking about lifeboats, what we're talking about are personal, local, place-based resilience networks that are gathering people together to be resilient and even thrive in the face of whatever might be coming down the pike at us, in response to the fact that with the climate crisis and all of the stressors that is putting on the business as usual world, we recognize that we need to take action now to start to get ready for what's coming, because what's coming is already coming. And that ultimately this is not about what happens just here on the Spalding Valley Farm, but how we network together other projects like what we're working on so that we can all do things a little bit better. So we want to get into the updates, and we want to keep them short and sweet and just give people, we do these weekly. So we're just going to kind of give you short and sweet what's going on. Our big accomplishment from last week, one of the big ones from my perspective, is we finally finished the second draft of the Articles of Incorporation for the Lifeboat Academy. It now includes plain language guides so that you don't have to try to interpret the legalese. Hopefully there's an English version that lets you do a better translation of the legal parts. And we've included all of the specific structures and processes about how we think this would actually work, to the degree that it will give potential investors or partners the ability to actually get their head around it in all of its particulars. We have emails ready to go that we'll be sending out after the holiday to ask people. We have a specific list of probably about 10 people that we're asking to review the Articles of Incorporation just to get some different angles on it. And we're also, we'll be sending out letters of intent to potential investors that link to the Articles of Incorporation. Basically, the intent is, if we were to form a company like this, would you be part of it? So those are all due to go out soon. And kind of building on that, we have been and continue to be really focused on intensive outreach to bring in partners and investors into the Lifeboat Academy. We're pushing up against some dates on the calendar at the end of August, where we need to decide whether or not we have the confidence to move forward, that we can hit the date at the end of November for having our financing in place. So we've got a lot of, oh, that is an incomplete sentence. It's supposed to be blurbs going out to those who are up to speed, and a series of emails that will get new interest, people who with new interest up to speed more quickly. And we've got those scheduled to go out this week, and the blurbs are basically done. And we also have new interest that we can report. We met with Chris Hall and Steph Lowy of Love and Off the Land fame, who are our Pender neighbors, who are also very interested in what we're doing here, and sound like they're interested in getting involved in actually being here with us on the land. They have a place where they can live on Pender, but there's not a lot of land associated with it. And they're actually really interested in having access to more acreage where they can be doing more stuff. And yeah, so we're really excited about that. They also have a very big Instagram, YouTube, I can't remember what channel they're on, but big followings. And we also have one of the organizations that I've been working with for almost over a decade, actually. I didn't notice they're on my Emotus list, of course. And so they got emails about the Lifeboat Academy, and the executive director sent me an email yesterday saying, this is very interesting. And she's going to talk with her leadership group about whether or not the organization can support what the Lifeboat Academy is doing. So that was a really unexpected and very interesting twist. And I'm looking forward to more twists and turns like that. So that's my update on the articles of incorporation and outreach. And now I'm going to hand it over to Ronnie to talk us through last weekend, or this just ending weekend.
So we had a house full / farm full of people this weekend. We had 15 folks at the potluck and 13 folks on the farm also on Sunday, and ended up having another large meal all together. We did our normal morning circle on Sunday morning, and then had an additional circle in the afternoon for folks to ask questions, talk about what they're interested in regards to the Lifeboat Academy, and just have some sharing and reflection time about everything that we're doing here. And so it was a mixture of some folks who've already been involved with the project, you know, a few of them for a year, a few of them for a couple of months, and some folks who are also brand new. So there were different levels of interest in the project, and folks whose interest is definitely growing, which is really exciting. And for anyone who doesn't know, we have fairly regular potlucks. So if you're interested in attending, get in touch with us, check out our social media. We have more info about that. And yeah, it was really exciting. We had people in the common house, people in tents and trailers, and also a converted ambulance, all on the property. So it was a full house, and it was really great to have everyone here. And we also have an exciting announcement about our growing team, which is that Jen has officially completed her gumboot boot camp and has been welcomed aboard as an intern. She's going to be starting her internship around August 12th, which is really exciting. And Jen brings a wealth of experience and skills and tools with her, and has already earned her goat and chicken badges. So she has hit the ground running, and we're really grateful to have you, Jen. And Sandra, our friend who was here this past weekend, is also interested in the internship process and doing the boot camp, and is aiming for sometime probably around a month from now. So that is very exciting as well. Back to Ben, I think.
Yeah, and so we also wanted to give you like a heads up on what we're going to be focusing on this week. And it is basically going to be lots and lots and lots of email going out. And hopefully that will be generating a lot of questions coming in and or expressions of commitment. We're going to be sending out, I mentioned already, email inviting people to review the draft articles of incorporation. We'll also be sending out letters asking people who have made soft commitments to document those commitments in a letter of intent. We also have email that are going out to people who are already on our list, and our list is now growing to multiple hundreds, who we're going to be asking to forward our blurbs onto their lists. And it's designed so that we're going to be asking sort of, we're looking for timeshare croppers. Who do you know? We're looking for interns. Who do you know? So we're going to slice it thin. And then we also have email that are going to be going out to our new added additions to our list, to bring them up to speed on what we're doing and how they can get involved. And all of this is by way of our main focus this month is gauging how much support, especially material support, we can generate by the end of the month to be able to have a more informed decision about going forward on buying this property. Oh, I guess actually one thing I didn't mention, but it's kind of a big deal. We also have a reconfirmation from the current owner that they have continued interest in being a full footprint sponsor in the process, and they're still actively interested in this being successful. And so we don't know all of the steps between here and where we're going to end up, but I think there's a general feeling on the team that this is going to happen, and it's just a question of what do we need to do to make it happen. So I think that's pretty much it for the update for this week, but I just want to make sure that we hear from everybody. So I'm going to go through the circle once more and say anything we missed or any other thoughts for the good of the cause. So Roland, over to you.
Just a reminder that if you are viewing this through our YouTube channel and you have any questions, or through any other channel, if you have any questions, then let us know, forward that to us. And being a little challenged in the technology side, I will pass it over to Ronnie to explain how you can do that.
Yeah, so if you're viewing this on YouTube, feel free to drop us a question in the comments. That's totally fine. You could also email us at friends@lifeboat.academy. You could also visit our landing page, which is lifeboat.academy. If you scroll to the bottom, you can sign up for our mailing list, and we will be sending you emails from then on about how you can get involved. I will also drop the links I just mentioned into the chat, so you can see them. I don't think you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search Lifeboat Academy and we should come up. I think that's everything that I have. Over to Jen.
I really have nothing to add except myself. I can't wait to get over there again and be with you all and continue with building this Lifeboat Academy.
Well,
Over to
great.
you, Ben.
I think that wraps up our update for the day. And thanks all for watching. And please do contact us. It's a real service to us when people ask questions. We really want to know what you're curious about, what you're confused by, what you need to know to feel like you can really participate. Because for every question that you ask, there's going to be a dozen other people out there that have the same question. So you're doing us a real favor by letting us know what your questions are. And so we look forward to getting them and answering them. And next week, we'll probably have an update on, I was just thinking, the help desk. Because as we're gathering questions, we should be able to direct people over there. So, but stay tuned for that. We'll see you again next week, same time, same channel. Bye.